What is up, my family? I hope you're having a beautiful day, and we're gonna get started with a yoga practice today. Start sitting down. You can start sitting on your shins or sitting cross-legged, but try to sit in a way that allows your spine to be nice and tall. Once you sit down, close your eyes and roll your head around a few times, just stretching through your neck, finding some feel-good movements. Just a nice way to come into your body today. A nice way to land for your practice, as well as just to notice where you might be holding some areas of natural tension or tightness in your body. Breathing in and out. Make sure you roll your neck around in both directions. And then go ahead and come into a tabletop position. From tabletop, stretch out the wrist. So take one of your hands, flip it upside down, back of the hand presses down, and then wiggle the fingers around a few times, just working into the wrist. And then switch. You can release that hand and then flip your other hand over, wiggle the fingers around so the knuckle side of the hand is pressing down. Knuckle side of the hand is pressing down. Come back to center, and then start moving through some cat-cows. Just shifting the spine up and down. Noticing how your shoulder blades feel, how the hips and pelvis feel, and of course, how the spine and back are feeling today. All right, last couple moments here. Let's step back into a plank pose. So both feet step back. Try to breathe here for a few seconds. And then find downward facing dog as the hips press back. From down dog, you might bend one knee, then the other, kind of walk it out. And just come into your first down dog. Feel how the backs of your legs are doing today. Feel how your spirit and your heart is doing today. And then when you're ready, just walk to the top of your mat, finding a forward fold at the top of your space, and let the body relax down. Just let the body relax. You could take some bounces, you could sway side to side. I'm kind of taking this variation with a nice bend in the knees, and then having the backs of the hands press down. Again, just another way to stretch the wrists, as well as, of course, find your forward fold. From here, rise up to standing. Reach the hands up to the sky, lean back, and then bring your hands down to heart center. Let's take a tree pose. Bring the left foot to the inside of the right thigh, and then try to stand into your balance here. Really strong in your standing right leg. Hands could be at heart center, or you could reach the hands up to the sky. Maybe you even interlace the fingers except for the thumb and first finger. This is Kali Mudra. Mudras are like yoga for the hands. And this mudra is a very powerful mudra representing the goddess Kali, who is very fierce, very strong. Then let's release down and switch sides. Left foot down, and then the right foot comes onto the left leg. Hands could be at heart center, or you could reach the hands up to the sky. An option for your Kali Mudra, interlacing fingers except thumb and first finger. And this mudra right here is a good way to open up the shoulders while we express ourselves into the tree pose. Try to take 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then release out to standing. From here, let's reach the left knee up into the chest, coming into a one-legged Tadasana, and reach the hands up to the sky. Take an inhale. On the exhale, find Warrior 3. Reach the arms behind you. Feel the shoulder blades moving closer together. Take an inhale. On the exhale, step back, high crescent lunge. Reach the hands up to the sky. And then open to warrior two. So rotate the left heel down, feel the hips open. Let's take a little flowing movement. So on the inhale, reverse warrior. On the exhale, wave it forward to side angle pose and reach the left arm all the way overhead with the palm facing down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. This time pause, find a half bind with your left arm. Option to even find a full bind with the right arm. Just take one breath here. And then let go of the bind. Rise all the way up to standing. Pivot all of your toes to face sideways. Reach the hands up into kind of like a star pose. And then release down into a wide-legged forward fold. From your wide-legged standing fold, just wave side to side a few times. Let this be a nice place to just hang out for a couple breaths. Natural, intuitive movement side to side. Okay, from here, let's rise all the way up to standing. As we rise up, reach the hands up. And then pivot to warrior two facing forwards. As we open to warrior two, find triangle pose. Extend the right leg, reach the right hand forward, and then place your right hand on your shin, left hand up to the sky. Maybe you even look up to your left hand, take a breath in. Warrior two, breath out. Reverse warrior, breath in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat, and step back into plank pose. Hold your plank pose for 5. You got this for 4. For 3. Last 2. On 1, come all the way down to the belly. Bring the forearms to the mat, Sphinx pose. Fill the space between your shoulder blades. And just give yourself about 3 breaths here. You can even close the eyes if you want. A nice way to continue creating space in the spine. Maybe you can even feel a stretch in your abdomen here. From here, let's release the belly down, slide the palms back toward the ribs, and then open into upward facing dog. Engage the legs, try to engage the glutes as you pull the hips forward, and then find downward facing dog. From down dog, look forward and walk the feet up to the top of your mat. From the top of the mat, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Hands up to the sky, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Hands up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Hands up, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Let's float the right knee, reach the hands up, then send it back for warrior 3. Arms reach back behind you. Stay here for a moment, be in the balance, and then step back into high crescent lunge, reach the hands up. Open to warrior 2. Let's flow. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle, exhale. You can place the elbow down and then sweep the right arm overhead. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle pose, exhale. Just 2 more like this. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle pose, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle, come forward, and then find a half bind with your right arm, optional full bind with your left arm. Go ahead and release, rise all the way to standing. Pivot your toes to face sideways, lean back, inhale, star pose, into wide-legged forward fold. Let the body relax down. Again, it might feel nice just to sway or to bend into one knee, bend into the other knee. Find some natural movement. And then rise all the way up to standing. Pivot the left toes, get ready for triangle pose, reach forward, and then release down, triangle. Give yourself a couple moments in the posture. Let's take an inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale, rotate the hands down. Step back to plank pose. Pause here for 5, 4, 3. Nice job, y'all. 2. On 1, chaturanga, like the bottom of a push-up. You can always drop the knees down if you want. And then pull through up dog, down dog. All right, let's find some flow with what we've established. So look forward and then come to the top of your mat. You could walk or you could even take a little hop. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Hands up, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Float the left knee, reach the hands up. Warrior 3, extend back. Step into high crescent pose. Then open to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Sweep the left arm overhead. Rise all the way up to standing, star pose. Shift sideways, wide-legged forward fold. Rise back up to standing. Pivot the right foot forward, triangle pose. Look up to your left hand, and then find warrior 2. Bend into your right knee. Reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands down. Plank pose. From plank pose, find chaturanga or come to the belly. Up dog or a baby cobra pose. And then downward facing dog. From down dog, rise to the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Walk or hop, top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands up, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Hands up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands up, inhale, lean back. Hands to heart, exhale. Float the right knee, inhale. Warrior 3, exhale. Step back, high crescent. Hands up. Warrior 2, open out. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, rise up, star pose. Exhale, forward fold. This time, halfway lift, inhale in the wide-legged fold. And then exhale, forward fold. Hands up, inhale, stand up. Pivot to triangle pose. Left leg forward, open to your triangle. Warrior 2, bend the left knee. Reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale, rotate the hands down. From plank pose, move through your flow. And we'll meet back in down dog in a few breaths. Take your time with the vinyasa here. And we'll meet in down dog. And then we'll rise to the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Journey to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands up, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Let's go into the next round. Float the left leg, inhale. Warrior 3, exhale. Pause here, inhale. Step the left foot back, exhale. Hands up, inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle pose, exhale. Star pose, inhale. Wide-legged fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands up, inhale. Triangle pose, exhale. Pause here, breathe for a moment. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands down. Move through your vinyasa. And you can always skip the vinyasa and go right back from plank to down dog. If you want to just skip the extra poses there. From down dog, let's take the gaze forward. Bend the knees, hop or walk, top of the mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Hands up, inhale. Hands to heart. Keep it flowing. I know it's high energy here. Right knee up, inhale. Warrior 3, exhale. Stay here, inhale. Step back, exhale. Hands up, inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle pose, exhale. Star pose, inhale. Wide-legged forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Stand up, inhale. Pivot the left foot forward, triangle pose. Pause for a breath. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands down. Vinyasa. We'll meet back in down dog in the next couple breaths. From down dog, we'll look forward, bend the knees, walk or hop, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands up, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Float the left knee, inhale. Warrior three, exhale. Stay here, inhale. Step back, exhale. Hands up, inhale. Warrior two, open on the exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle pose, come forward, exhale. Star pose, inhale, stand up. Wide-legged fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Stand up on the inhale, and then pivot and open for triangle pose. Pause here, take a breath. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Rotate the hands down. Take your vinyasa. Great job, y'all. You're doing great. From down dog, let's look forward, bend the knees, walk or hop, top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Hands up to the sky, hands to heart center. Let's float the right knee and then extend back, warrior three. Inhale here, step back on the exhale. Hands up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle pose, exhale. Star pose, inhale. Wide-legged forward folds. Halfway lift, wide-legged fold. Hands up, stand up. Triangle pose, pivot left toes forward, open down. Take a breath. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Chaturanga, cartwheel the hands down, move through your vinyasa. Try to find control, try to find connection. We're here in service of our bodies. When you're ready, look forward, bend the knees, walk or hop. Top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Hands up, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. This is the last round. Left foot up, inhale. Warrior three, exhale. Stay here, inhale. Step back, exhale. Hands up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle pose, exhale. Star pose, inhale. Wide-legged fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Triangle pose, pivot the right toes forward, enter the posture. Take a couple breaths. Notice the space that you have in this triangle pose compared to the very first one. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands down. Move through your flow. We'll meet in down dog in a few breaths. Okay, great job, y'all. Great job. Last side, one more side to go. Look forward, hop or walk. Top of the mat, halfway lift. Forward fold. Hands up. Hands to heart. Last one, you got this. Right leg up. Warrior three, right leg back. Stay here, inhale. Step back, exhale. Hands up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle pose, exhale, come forward. Star pose, rise up. Wide-legged fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands up, rise up to stand. Pivot the left toes forward, triangle pose. Again, notice the space. Give yourself a breath. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands down. Vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog in a couple breaths. When you get to down dog, pause and hold the posture for a couple moments. Even though down dog is a very common posture, it's definitely a very active and a very challenging one. So let's pause here and feel the activeness that it takes to be in a strong down dog. Because of course we could be in a lazy down dog, but we're trying to be in a really nice, strong down dog. Drop down to a child's pose or just a regular seated position, whichever one you prefer. Give yourself a moment to come back through center. Close the eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Notice how you feel mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, energetically. The yoga practice is one of observation. It's a practice of paying attention. It's a practice of coming home. And we come home through the practice of observation and compassion toward ourselves. Okay, so from here, we'll sit up. Legs come around in front of us. Reach the legs out in front of you, and then find just a wide-legged, or not a wide-legged, a regular-legged forward fold. I got so used to saying wide-legged fold from that flow we just did. All right, so just find a regular Paschimottanasana is what this pose is called, which means seated fold. It also means back body stretch. So in this pose, we don't only work the stretching of the backs of our legs, the goal is to stretch our backs as well. And maybe you can feel this stretch kind of across your shoulder blades. And if you can't, maybe you bend the knees and slide the heels back, and maybe that allows you to really round and fold over the legs here. Just give yourself a couple breaths, breathing into your forward fold position. I'm kind of weird. Something I really like to do whenever I do this pose is to crack my toes. I like to bring my hands onto my toes and just kind of crack my toes, just like some people would crack their fingers. All right, from here, sit up. Let's do a little bit of core stuff. So we'll lay down and do some bicycles. So for this, you can bring your hands behind your head. You can interlace your fingers, elbows go wide, extend one leg, and then twist your elbow to your knee, and then switch, elbow to knee, switch, elbow to knee, switch, elbow to knee, switch, elbow to knee. And just keep going at your own pace. Keep going at your own pace. And even though we're all going at our own pace, we're all in it together. We're all doing the journey together. Let's keep going for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Just lay all the way down. Maybe come into a reclined star pose. So think about all those standing star poses, and this time lay down in star pose. Legs wide, arms wide, and just breathe a few times. Close the eyes. Let the whole body relax and try to take deep breaths. Try to breathe fully here on the inhales and on the exhales. From here, bring your feet onto the mat. Let's take bridge pose. So feet are nice and close in toward the hips. Arms reach down by your sides towards the backs of your ankles. And then press down through your feet. Elevate your hips all the way up to the sky. Optional bind of your fingertips behind your low back. And then take a few breaths into the strength of your legs, strength of the glutes. And even though the core is a little bit active to help us balance here, the core is relaxed enough so that we can breathe into the belly. Option to rise onto your toes, lifting the heels up off the mat if you want to work the calves a little bit more. And then roll down. When you roll down, hug the knees into the chest. Sometimes it feels nice to draw circles with the knees. Just take the knees in a few circular rotations. Go in both directions. Let's take one more round of bridge pose. Place the feet on the ground. and then press the hips to the sky. Bridge position. Lots of strength here. Again, option to rise onto the toes, option to bind the fingers behind your low back, option to even grab your ankles with your hands if you're open enough to do so. Give yourself a couple breaths. And then release down. Hug the knees into the chest again. Same thing, just draw some circular rotations with the knees. Let this feel good for a moment. Relieve some of that pressure, relieve some of that effort. Then from here, just release the legs long, let the arms rest by your sides. And my friends, this is where we're going to take rest. We're going to take Shavasana for a couple minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video shortly, and then you can stay here as long as you prefer. I recommend at least a couple minutes, up to 5 or 7 minutes if you have the time and space for it. Giving ourselves the opportunity to rest, to digest, to tune into our intuition, to calm the mind, to calm the body, to slow down before we go on to our next activity. Because really, when we do a yoga practice, we want to carry this sense of calmness and connection with us off the mat throughout the day, through all of our conversations, all of our interactions. And the hope is that that's how we make the world a very slightly better place, is moving through the world with intention and connections instead of just working through the world on autopilot. So let the whole body relax here, let the whole body soften. And until next time, my friends, sending you so many blessings, sending you very much love on your journey, on your path, and I thank you so much for being with me here today. Much love, much peace, and I'll talk to you soon.